Why should others follow you? I think that question alone will be able to silence a room full of leaders. And yet, I want to share with you today that this is a really good question to ask yourself, especially if you aspire to be a great first-time leader. And so based on the research that I've done, speaking with over 220 leaders from around the world, I'm going to share with you 5 factors that you need to consider as to why others should follow you. Let's get started, shall we? Hey, I'm Daniel from First Time Leadership. This video is based off Principle 12, Why Should Others Follow You? The principle is part of the 30 principles of First Time Leadership, that unique combination of traits that will allow a first-time leader to successfully lead others. To get your hands on the 30 principles, there's a link in the description below. Just click on it. Others will follow those who will lead them to their success. And so one of the first factors that you need to consider is your mindset. A leader's job is to bring others to their success. So one of the things that you need to ask yourself is, am I choosing to be a leader so that I can bring others to their success, or is it more about my success? And I reckon that it is really important that you have the right mindset, because that will show in your words, actions, and decisions. And when others can tell through your words, actions, and decisions that you are focused on bringing them to their success, then that is one reason for them to follow you. The second factor for you to consider is the know, like, and trust factor. It's a phrase, know, like, and trust, which I've mentioned several times in past videos. People are more likely to follow those that they know, like, and trust. So how can you go about doing that? Well, let them know you. Who are you as the authentic, as the genuine person? Don't try to be someone at work and then someone outside of work. Be consistent. And so your ability, your willingness to be authentic, to be vulnerable, to accept that you don't know everything and that you are here to learn together with those that choose to follow you, it gives them the opportunity to know you. Give people the opportunity to like you. It's not about being a people pleaser on one end or achieving results and that's the only focus that you have, but it's about that fine balance of building the personal connections. When you have personal connections with the members of your team, that's when you give them the opportunity to like you and for you to like them as people. Finally, trust. Trust is achieved when you are able to continuously build that personal connection, be a genuine person, and have a focus of bringing your team to their success, bringing others to their success. And that trust is developed over time when they see that you are consistently doing that. So far we talked about mindset, and then we talked about relationships. Now we're going to look at how you lead. As a first-time leader, it's tempting to copy the leadership approach of others. But I would say that a good factor to consider and a very strong reason why others should follow you is because you are leading with your own genuine approach. And that is a combination of your values, your strengths, and your personality. And the reason why you should consider this is that people are attracted to different types of leadership. One of the reasons that I found in my earlier research is that some followers choose to follow because they respect the person, or another reason is because the leader cared for them. So people will choose to follow you for a variety of reasons, and it's not possible for you as the first-time leader to have everyone follow you for the same reason. And that's why the best way is for you to lead with your authentic leadership approach that is based off your values, strengths, and your personality. You will then attract the right kind of people who want to follow you. A fourth factor to consider is, are you the caring leader that others want? People want to be brought to their success. They want to follow someone who can give them the success that they desire. At the same time, they want to be treated as a human being like everyone else and not as a tool, as a means to an end. So it's important that you get to know your team, the people that follow you as the people that they are. And the second thing for you to consider under this factor is, do you have a game plan for their professional development? They want to know that when people are following you, that they are going to be developed, that they are going to be better off. And the third thing under this fourth factor is that they want to know that they will be transformed, that they will be better off from being undervalued, transformed from being undervalued to the star players that they can be. Factor number 5 is you creating a safe space. As a first-time leader, you need to have the emotional and cultural intelligence to be able to realize your own emotions and also the emotions in others, and to be able to know what's the difference, so that when you take into account the emotions and the psychology that's involved in the room, you can tailor your words, actions, and decisions so that you can get the most positive response from those who are following you. Everyone has past traumas about the type of manager they used to work with, whether the person was a good boss or a bad boss. You need to be able to recognize the fears and the insecurities and not trigger them, and then create a safe environment so that they know that they can be at their best and that they can be themselves and not be judged. And one of the best ways to do that is to actually just get to know them as people. And creating a safe space also involves working with a diverse range of people, because in order for you to achieve your own targets, you need to be able to work with a range of people who can bring about a different range of skills and experiences. What you see so far in this video, if you do, please hit that like button. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Hope you got value out of this video. If you're not yet subscribed to us, click on that subscribe button. It helps us to grow the channel, and it will also allow you to get new videos when they come out to help you with your first-time leadership journey. So I'm going to sum up the 5 factors as to why should others follow you. Factor number 1 is your mindset. Are you bringing other people to their success? Factor number 2, it's about the relationships. When you have that personal connection with those that follow you, it makes it easier for them to know, like, and trust you. Factor number 3 is your leadership approach. You have a unique leadership approach that attracts the right kind of people to want to follow you. Factor number 4, you are the caring leader who takes the time and effort to get to know them as people, have a game plan to develop them professionally, and then actually transform them from undervalued to the star players that they can be. Factor number 5, you've created a safe space so people can be at their best and not being judged. So those are the 5 factors as to why should others follow you. It's based on my own understanding, having interviewed leaders from around the world. Because at the end of the day, why others will choose to follow you as a first-time leader, you will notice that these are intangible factors. It's not about the money or the promotion, or those are still valid factors. It's really about how you make others feel. So anyway, what do you think about these? Should there be more factors to be considered, or should there be less? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. In any case, I'm Daniel, and I'll speak with you soon.